Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's new maritime security push against Iran-backed threats is gaining international support, as a growing coalition prepares to strengthen defenses across key waterways. 14 nations have reportedly joined forces to create a maritime defense alliance, aiming to protect critical shipping routes from rising security threats. As Houthi attacks continue to threaten commercial tankers in the region, Saudi Arabia is building a stronger naval front to counter potential disruptions and safeguard global trade. But with tensions rising across the seas, the biggest question remains: can this new coalition successfully protect the world's vital trade routes? 14 nations have backed Saudi Arabia's proposal to create a multinational maritime defense alliance, a coalition designed to strengthen security cooperation and address growing concerns in key international waters. The proposed alliance aims to protect vital shipping routes, energy carriers, and global trade networks by improving maritime security coordination and ensuring safer movement of commercial vessels across strategic waterways. Let's take a look at who all have reportedly signed the proposal: Turkey, Pakistan, Egypt, Sudan, Djibouti, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Jordan, Yemen, Bangladesh, Nigeria, and finally Somalia. The countries involved supported the founding arrangements of the proposed maritime coalition, marking an initial step toward establishing a joint framework for greater cooperation on regional and international maritime security. Other participating states also expressed support for the initiative, while continuing to complete their respective domestic approval processes before formally joining the proposed alliance. Riyadh has also called on the United States and several European allies to support efforts aimed at strengthening security in the Red Sea, according to reports from The Guardian. Saudi Arabia is expected to serve as the founding and leading country of the alliance, taking a central role in shaping the coalition structure and future operations. Reports indicate that Riyadh will host the main headquarters of the proposed coalition, positioning the kingdom as the primary hub for coordinating maritime defense efforts among member states. The coalition is expected to focus on countering threats against commercial vessels and maritime infrastructure, with the goal of protecting critical shipping routes and maintaining the stability of global trade networks. The development comes as military chiefs and diplomatic envoys from 43 countries attended Saudi-led defense talks, where officials discussed challenges facing maritime security and regional stability. A European Union delegation also participated in the meeting on maritime security, highlighting broader international interest in addressing risks affecting shipping routes and economic activity. Officials discussed recent attacks on commercial ships, threats to energy carriers, and growing risks to global supply chains caused by instability in strategic maritime regions. The move comes as tensions surrounding Red Sea shipping continue to escalate across the region, raising concerns over the safety of commercial vessels and the uninterrupted flow of goods and energy resources. The development follows the Houthis' declaration of a maritime blockade against Saudi Arabia on July 20th, increasing fears of further disruptions in regional waters. The group has since targeted Saudi tankers, intensifying concerns over the security of energy routes and the potential impact on international oil and shipping markets. Yemen's Houthis are reportedly weighing transit fees for commercial ships sailing through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, according to Reuters. The proposal follows the Houthis' recent announcement of a naval blockade targeting Saudi-linked maritime traffic in the Red Sea. Regional sources told Reuters on July 29 that most commercial vessels could face the proposed transit charges if the plan moves forward. The sources said no timetable has yet been set for introducing the proposed fee mechanism for ships using the waterway. Reuters reported that Chinese-flagged vessels would be exempt from the proposed transit charges under the current plan. Two regional officials told Reuters that Iranian officials discussed the proposal with Houthi representatives earlier this month. An Arab official said Iranian advisors later helped develop a body that would administer and oversee the proposed transit charges. If implemented, the proposal could give the Houthis greater influence over shipping through one of the world's busiest maritime trade routes. The Bab el-Mandeb Strait connects the Red Sea with the Gulf of Aden and serves as a critical choke point for global trade and energy shipments. Houthis on July 29 claimed they struck the Saudi-linked tanker NCC Ghazal for allegedly violating their declared maritime blockade. The UK Maritime Trade Operation said an explosion occurred near the tanker, but confirmed that all crew members remained safe. Houthis also claimed they shot down a Saudi-operated Carriel reconnaissance drone over Yemen's Sareda province. The group said the drone was carrying out what it described as hostile activities before being intercepted by its air defenses. Houthi military spokesman Yahya Saree said the reconnaissance drone was brought down using what he called an appropriate weapon. The latest Houthi-Saudi confrontation was reported by Iranian state-linked broadcaster Press TV on July 29. Houthi-affiliated media claimed the Karayel was the fifth drone of its type shot down by the group's air defense units. On July 19, the Houthis announced what they described as a reciprocal naval blockade targeting Saudi Arabia, according to Al Jazeera. Houthi official Daifallah al-Shami said military operations would continue until Saudi Arabia ended its blockade imposed on Yemen. Yemen's Houthi-led Ansarullah movement said recent Saudi statements reflected what it described as growing confusion in Riyadh. The Houthis said the Saudi accusations came after Yemeni forces launched strikes on Aramco facilities in Jazan and Yanbu. A senior Houthi leader claimed Saudi Arabia blamed Iran to divert attention from the kingdom's blockade of Yemen. Houthi armed forces said they carried out coordinated strikes on Saudi Aramco facilities in Jazan and Yanbu on July 25. The group said the operation involved ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and attack drones targeting strategic energy sites. Spokesman Yahya Saree said the coordinated attacks had achieved their intended objectives against key Saudi infrastructure. Ansarullah claimed satellite imagery and online videos showed fires at the targeted sites despite Saudi interception claims. Senior Houthi official Ali al-Shami said Riyadh's response reflected growing pressure from the group's expanding strike capabilities. The Houthis said their siege-for-siege policy was a response to years of blockade imposed on the Yemeni people. Houthis claimed they shot down a Saudi-operated Bayraktar Akinci combat drone, according to Iran state broadcaster IRIB. The group said the Turkish-made combat drone was flying an operational mission over northern Yemen at the time of the incident. The Yemen-based group claimed the unmanned aircraft was carrying out what it described as hostile military activities. According to the Houthis, the drone was brought down while operating over Yemen's Al-Jawf province. The group identified the aircraft as a Bayraktar Akinci, one of Turkey's most advanced long-endurance combat drones. Yemen's armed forces released footage that they said showed the drone bursting into flames before crashing to the ground. The claim came after Saudi airstrikes targeted Sana'a International Airport earlier this month amid renewed hostilities. Yemeni forces later responded by launching ballistic missile and drone strikes against Saudi Arabia's Oboh International Airport.